What is up, guys? So I was doodling through my YouTube page. Well, not my page, but YouTube in general, and one of and a couple of my subscriptions posted a video reviewing The Walking Dead issue 147, and it's like, oh, okay, and then I just did some research, on some reviews, and so I can do a little breakdown and give you my thoughts on the issue. So with all that being said, for those of you who have not read any comic and you're just watching the TV series, you may not want to watch this video. If you do, then hey, I mean, it's up to you. But just like there's gonna be a flash flood of spoilers, most likely. Okay, oh my god, what happened? With characters that are on the TV series, and you're like, okay, what happened? Oh, why? And then you're just gonna wait for it to happen on the TV series. Okay, let me quit blabbering. So let's get right into the review. Okay, here we go. So Rick, Eugene, and Andrea are having a little debate on Lydia, and Eugene is really determined to use Lydia as leverage, to threaten Alpha, and because he wants, he's definitely grieving over the loss of Rosita and her child, and yeah, he's still in that grieving process, so he's not really in the right state of mind that really make a decision like that. I mean, but and of course, Rick is against it, and Eugene, is furious, and I think Andrea, sort of dismisses him, and then Andrea, gets call ready, to get Lydia out, just out of Alexandria and head to the hilltop, and and then a little bit after, Michonne, sort of, sneaks in. She has her poncho on, it's her, and then Rick, catches her, busts her, and has a gun pointed to her head, and wondering what the hell she's doing, and I think she says that she's trying to get Lydia to safety as well, and I mean, Michonne, is not really the kind that really would at least for me, like so far, I mean, from what I know so far and from what I've read, I don't think she would go behind and betray, her people like Rick or anyone else in the group. I mean, she would be flat out honest with them about what she wants to do and what she thinks should be done, and then they have a little heart to heart, about Ezekiel, and then and Rick tells her that her marriage with his marriage with Andrea is much stronger and much better than his marriage was with Lori, and I mean, from what I've seen, how Rick and Andrea have grown together, since they decided to be, just be together and just be one, and then eventually get married. I saw nothing but loyalty and and devotion, and all that good stuff, that that love requires, and they're definitely more compatible than Rick and Lori, and even and I think Rick and Jesse too. I mean, I think Andrea is probably the best woman that Rick can have, in the comic book series anyway. And then Michonne starts to get a little emotional about Ezekiel, and then Rick calms her down, and then so on. Okay, and then let's jump to Andrea and Carl, and then they have Lydia, and they're leaving Alexandria, and then they're on their way to the hilltop, and they run into some, I think they're the guy who's on watch, who's walking around making sure Alexandria is okay, and just doing checkpoints or whatever. I think his name is Gus. He's riding a horse, and then Andrea tells him, like, if anyone other than Rick, anybody other than Rick asks, if they were, well, no, sorry, if anybody other than Rick asks that he never saw her. So, and that's that. And then they're walking up, and then all of a sudden, Lydia, grabs Andrea's gun and then points it to her head, and then he tries to get answers out of her, and then that's how it ends, with Andrea at gunpoint, and I strongly doubt she's gonna pull the trigger. I don't think she has it in her to do that, unless she really, really had to. But I don't think she has the guts to do it like that. I think there will be a little bit of conflict in there, and she's been through a lot of fucked up shit, and so does Carl, and I think he's the only one who can calm her down, and I think it's gonna be they're both gonna talk to her about this. Like, no, we're not gonna try to use you as bait or anything. We're trying to get you to safety because not everyone has her best interest at heart. At Alexandria, and this is all. I'm kind of nitpicking with how forward this is, and I could have just kind of get to the point. What's gonna happen when Alpha and Rick's group meet again, and then with a couple other issues that I've seen a lot of covers for the other issues, and one of them is with Rick sitting in the chair and Negan standing behind him. So I'm looking forward to see what that's all about. It looks like Rick may reluctantly have Negan just go out there with him and then just handle this this little problem. But I don't have any other solid predictions of what's going to happen. So those are the only things that I can think of right now. So I find it very interesting that how Alpha has those shitload of walkers, and it's very identical to as far as numbers go. It's pretty identical to what we just saw in the season premiere of the Walking Dead TV series. There's probably just that many, probably the same amount of walkers as what Alpha has at her disposal. And I like how they show little winks of the comics and then little winks of the TV series. It's like shifts back and forth. A little bit of winks to the TV series and the comics, and winks of the comics and the TV series. I like how Robert Kirkman throws them around, like little winks at both storylines. You know what I mean? And I'm really looking forward to how this all plays out in the TV series. I know it's going to be a while because we haven't got to the Negan part yet, and I think we may get there. We may get there sooner or later. At this point, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'll do that in another video, with the TV series. But yeah, I get this issue a 7 out of 1 to 10. It's pretty fillered, not a lot happens, and then maybe I think more will happen in the next issue, because it looks like shit may possibly hit the fan because Lydia is lacking trust in Andrea, and she doesn't know who to trust because everyone is everyone is out for Alpha's head, and they're thinking, well, let's use Lydia to do that, and so on and so on. So she can't really trust anyone other than Carl right now. So I think she'll see that that she can trust Andrea, and I think that's it. But yeah, why don't you pick up the issue, read it for yourself, see what you think, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this issue and what you think is going to happen in the next issue. And if you enjoyed my review, thumb up the video, share, subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos to come. And until next time, Nerdy Blasian is signing out. Peace out, and stay safe. Don't get bit.